that all scriptures, they describe Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan. So our Sambandha is very obvious that Jivera Swarupa Hoy, Krishna Nityadas, that we are eternal servant of Krishna. That's our Sambandha with Krishna. And Sambandha with material world. So that's Sambandha, Gyan, and then Prayojan, Gyan. Prayojan is Prem Prayojan, Arthat, to develop our love, or reawakening our love for Krishna. That's a goal of our life. And to attain that goal, we have to serve Krishna. So Sambandha is that I am part and parcel of Krishna, just like hand is part and parcel of our body. So it is in hand's interest to serve the body. Similarly, it is in our interest to serve Krishna. Not that Krishna would like to have our service. Krishna has so many servants. So we have to serve him. So the easiest method of serving is not by donation, very tough, by deity worship, tough, where by reading all scriptures, which is tough, by performing austerity, which is also tough, by performing yagga, very tough. But the easiest method of serving him is through mouth and tongue, that is beginning. Seven mukhe jiva ado. Ado means beginning. Ado means to begin. So easiest method is through mouth and tongue. And the function of mouth and tongue is to eat and to speak. Eating Krishna Prasad, that's a service. And speaking about Krishna, especially holy name, is also service through mouth. So it is very easy, doesn't cost, doesn't need any special qualification, and so forth. Easiest method. So through mouth and tongue we can speak. So what is the topmost thing to glorify Lord except holy name? Holy name is very dear to everyone. One's name is very dear to everyone. So as Krishna, so we should use our mouth and tongue to glorify Krishna through his holy name. So if you serve him like this, then naturally Krishna will love you and we will love Krishna. Japa says if you serve God, if you serve dog, dog will love you. If you serve God, God will love you. So this love is Prem Prayojan. That's the ultimate goal of our life, topmost goal of our life, Krishna Prema. So Srila Rupa Goswami gives us instruction in Upadeshamrit, 8th slok, Tan Nam Rup Charitadi Sukirtananu Smartya Kramen Manasi Nyojya Istan Raje Tadanuragi Jananugami kalam niyet akhilam iti upadeshasaram. That we have to use our mouth and tongue to chant holy name, and we have to use our mind in meditating on holy name, pastime, paraphernalia, his abode, his form. So this is a technique Rupa Goswami is uh, employing or telling us to do in his instruction. That it's like two railway track. By mouth and tongue, you vibrate his holy name, and through mind, you meditate on his holy name. You meditate a few rounds on holy name, then few rounds on his Rupa Dhyan, few rounds on his pastimes, Lila, few rounds on his abode, Vrindavan, Aradhyo Bhagavan Brajesha Tanaya Taddhama Vrindavanam. We have to serve Krishna along with his Vrindavan. Vrindavan means his intimate associates, his tract of land, his pastime, places of pastime. Vrindavan means his abode. We have to worship him along with his abode. So this is the instruction of Rupa Goswami. He says, Tithtan Raje means if you are not in Raj, then you should meditate on Raj, and that I'm in Raj, and I'm chanting and I'm meditating on holy name, form, pastime, paraphernalia, abode, parikar, his associates, and like that. We have to simultaneously meditate on these things and chant holy name. This is Rupa Goswami's instruction. He says this is the essence of all instruction. Tishtan raje tadanuragi jananugami kalam niyat akhilam, all the time. Kalam niyat akhilam iti upadeshasaram. This is the essence of all instruction from scripture, from sadhu, from guru, from everybody. The essence of all instruction is Tannam Rup Charitadi Sukirtananu Smartyo Kramena Manasini Yojit Tistan Rajeta Danuragi Jananugami Kalam Niyatakilam Titpadesha Sharam Saram Samudritam. So this is how we should chant holy name. So my time is almost up. So any question anybody has?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Maharaj ji, many places I have heard that we should only focus on hearing the holy name, and all the naam, after the naam, Rupa, Guna and Leela, they manifest automatically in the heart. So is it so, or we should deliberately contemplate on the Rupa, Guna and Leela?
Yes, you are 100% right. The naam includes Leela, Rup, Gun, Dham, everything. But we are very, very short in memory, in meditation. Variety is mother of enjoyment. So if you can concentrate on holy name while chanting Nam Rup Lila, the Nam is in itself is enough. But variety is mother of enjoyment. So then Rupa Goswami says, Nam Rup, Lila, Gun, Dham, Parikar, Paraphernalia, variegatedness. And it is all absolute. Lord's and Lord's, anything connected with him, holy name, his abode, his pastime, his roop, all these things is absolute with holy name. One and the same, absolute. So in order to give your mind, you can also meditate on Lila and Rup and Dham and like that. But if you can meditate on holy name, yes, it is good enough. Tannam Rup Charita Adhikari Sukirtanam. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj, thank you so much for wonderful class. Maharaj, the question is hearing the holy names more important or meditating on the holy names more important?
Both. If you hear, then you can meditate. But if you meditate, you may not hear. So hearing includes everything. So that's why our process is loudly chant holy name and hear that. And then mind is in between, it will get trapped. And in hearing and chanting, there is a mind in between. So mind will automatically will get trapped and meditate. That is our process. Tat sunu, sunotam swakatham Krishna. This is our process, hearing and chanting. Any other question?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for such a wonderful Japa talk. Maharaj, I had this question. How can we develop deep absorption in chanting, especially in the month of Kartik, in the association of devotees, and how can we inspire each other to develop that?
How can we inspire each other that the topmost way to inspire other is through our behavior, through our meditation. If you want to inspire somebody, then we have to meditate first. We have to become first-class meditator. So, Mukhe Suni Ek Bar Sreshta Sabakar. Your personality, your purity is force. So that purity preaches. So if you are a hypocrite and you try to preach, it will not pierce through the heart of listeners. So the more pure we are, the more influential we can become, more contagious we can become. So we have to start with ourselves, and then everybody around us will take it up. Any other question?
Yes, Maharaj, one more question.
Yeah.
Mind is always wandering, and more so in the case of chanting. How can we control the mind, Maharaj? What is the easiest way to control?
Well, I would advise that just continue chanting whether mind is there or not. Because Krishna is saying to Arjuna in Gita that abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha uchyate chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramathino bharadvat dradam. So why fight and why fight with the mind and why try to control the mind? Let it be whatever it is, but we determine to chant. That determination will make mind yield or mind will give up. That he is determined in chanting. So then mind will play victim to our chanting. So you have to take your time. You are still very young, looks like you are very young. And I would advise you to just keep chanting whether mind is there or not. And vairagya, at the end of life, you will have vairagya from worldly things. Then it will become easy. So abhyas, so right now abhyas, and then later on vairagya. If I ask you to do vairagya right now, it's premature, which is not practical. We are practical people, Sahaj Yoga. So right now, abhyas, keep chanting and make your mind come back to you on chanting. So right now, practice abhyas and then later on vairagya. At my age, you will have total vairagya from this material world, from everything. Then mind, what else it's going to do? No business, no money, no health, no relatives, no nothing. Then easy to focus. Any other question?
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
Yes, question by Neelam Mataji.
Yes. Nilam?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Tanvat Pranam.
Yes.
Maharaj, I have a question like in Kartik, especially when it has been said that you should do more and more chanting, but also you should read scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, and more importantly, Bhagavatam, Damodar Leela, and other pastimes of the Lord. Then how much time or priorities should be given for reading scriptures? When we read scriptures, that consumes time, and then we are not able to do that much of chanting being a grihastha. So that's the confusion which is, troubling me.
Your first duty in a day, which Srila Prabhupada says, is to complete your 16 rounds nicely. That's the first duty. Then in Kartik, if you can increase rounds, that's the second duty in Kartik. And then in the Kartik, if you can read Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, that is your third duty. So give this priority. So two things. Prabhupada said Kartik means chanting, chanting and chanting. So in Kartik, if you want to really perform some extra austerity than 16 rounds, then extra rounds can be chanted. If you want to perform more austerity, then you can read Gita or Bhagavat or both, like that. And then if you want to perform more austerity than that, then you this is good enough. If you can do this in Kartik, this is very, very good. We don't have to do beyond this anything. Of course, you can come to Dham, associate with Vaishnavas, and so forth. Any other question?
Yes, Samir
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Maharaj.
Yes, Maharaj, Dhanut Pranams. I'm Samir Vyas. Yes, Maharaj, what is more important, Nam Seva or Vaishnav Seva?
Well, if you do Vaishnav Seva, then Nam Seva is included. So Vaishnav Seva is very, very important. Chadiya Vaishnava Seva Nistar Paibe Keva. Vaishnav Seva, without Vaishnav Seva, you cannot chant and you cannot go back to home, back to Godhead. Nistar Paibe Keva. So that includes not to offend Vaishnavas. 6 offenses against Vaishnavas Hanti, Nindati, Vaidvesti, Vaisnavana Abhinandati, Krandati Jayati na Harsham, Darsane Patanani Sat. That is first offense to holy name. If you chant and pour water, if you want fire and pour water on it, khichdi pakegi nahi, your cooking will not. So Vaishnav is number one. Vaishnav will give you holy name. Any other question?
So amazing, Maharaj. Ram Prabhuji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna
sir.
Maharaj, Dandvat Pranams. Thank you so much for your
Bas,
wonderful and
Jai.
divine association. Maharaj, please can you tell any instruction or statement or anecdote of Srila Prabhupada which will keep us motivated for the whole Kartik month?
Prabhupada says in Kartik month, all you do is chant, chant, and chant. Then he speaks that old man, the old lady, his wife is saying to her old husband, chant, chant, chant. And then old husband says, can't, can't, can't. So Kartik means chanting. That's what Prabhupada says. I have a little booklet I wrote, a nice little booklet about Kartik. Prabhupada says in that, Kartik means chanting. Increase your chanting. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Maharaj, one more question in continuation with the question that Vinod Prabhuji asked. So regarding controlling the mind, we should be determined to control the mind. But sometimes we see, especially in the initial stages, when we are very much determined and very much stubborn to control the mind, then after some time when the required austerity is over, the mind bounces back and it takes its revenge. So because its mind is very strong, is how to
No, mind is bada. Who is greater, you or mind? Who is important, you or mind?
soul, Maharaj, my soul.
So you are important, no? So you have to tell your mind that if you don't listen to me, then I'll punish you. And you punish like in a cold weather, in December, January, you take cold water bath, and your mind will get punished. In hot weather, you sit in midst of fire, and your mind will be freaking out. It's like, but you punish your mind, but that is called Hatha Yoga. We don't recommend that. Just leave mind alone. You do your work, let mind do his work. Just like you're hungry, you haven't eaten anything for 5 days, and you want to eat, and your mind is not there. Your mind is in your factory, which is burning. But if you eat without your mind, you will be full, no? You will be you will get satisfied by eating. So mind wasn't there, but you are full. Like that. You have to deal with mind. If you want to punish mind, then say, today I'm doing 16, tomorrow I'll do 32, and day after tomorrow I'll do 48, and day after tomorrow I'll do 64. So mind will, freak out. So you have to, Hatha Yoga is like a waging war against mind, which we don't recommend. Any other question?
Yes, Maharaj. So Maharaj, can we say that ignoring the mind is the best punishment for the mind?
Yeah, in some ways. Ignoring mind, if mind is doing nonsense, lusty, or especially, mind is on lust more, lusting on food, lusting on everything. So, yeah, we have to be careful. Any other question?
Hema Mataji.
Yes, Emma.
Mataji, your voice is not audible.
Unmute yourself. Emma, unmute. Maybe send some note to her.
Mataji, you are not audible. Shamani Mataji.
Okay, Sravani.
Hare Krishna, Dandvat Pranam, Maharaj. Maharaj, my question is like, I have more interest in hearing and reading rather than chanting. So how can I develop interest towards chanting also? I do my 16 rounds, but I get more interested in reading and hearing. So
that's a very good qualification, hearing and reading. So that will bring you, or that will make you focus on chanting. So chanting is number one priority that devotee has. Chanting, Prabhupada says your first business in a day is to chant your rounds. That means holy name chanting is most important. So reading, yes, it is also important. And other thing you said, hearing. Hearing also very, very good. I always recommend people to hear, increase hearing. Increase hearing. While waking up in the morning, first thing you do is hearing. And you hear 1 hour by the time you get ready after bathing and everything. So you keep hearing. So cooking here, cleaning here, driving here, sleeping while going to bed here, like that. Increase your hearing, that's good. But chanting is number one priority. Any other question?
Thank you,
thank you
Maharaj.
so much, Guru Maharaj.
Mansi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण महाराज दंडवत प्रणाम
Yes,
महाराज
Mansi.
मेरा प्रश्न था कि जैसे कि मंगला आरती होती है ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में और ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में जैसे बोला जाता है कि चैंटिंग भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है तो मंगला आरती इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन चैंटिंग कौन सा ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है
So first chant your rounds and then do Mangala Arati about 7:30. That's fine.
Okay.
After finishing your rounds, you can do Arati. If you can. Otherwise, number one priority is chanting. Number one important thing is chanting, then deity worship. But both goes side by side. That's the best. Any other question?
We have a few more hands now because your answers are so much inspiring. Can we take Maharaji? 3-4 more questions.
I don't mind, but we had only 10 minutes. It is half an hour. I don't mind. Go ahead.
Please, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanat Pranam.
Yes.
Maharaj, the question is that just like chanting the holy names is purifying for the consciousness, is Srimad Bhagavatam, reading of Srimad Bhagavatam also purifying for the consciousness?
Of course.
Is it
Of course.
consciousness like...
Reading Bhagavatam is very, very important.
So what I mean is, let's say if a devotee is only reading Srimad Bhagavatam and he is not chanting, so will that cleanse his consciousness and will that take him back home, back to God?
No, no. Bhagavatam will instruct you to chant. First sloka and last sloka of Bhagavatam is about chanting. First chapter, first canto, the 11th sloka says you should chant. And last chapter of Bhagavatam and last word is Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranasanam. Chant, chant, chant. So Bhagavatam will put you on chanting. Etad nirvidyamananam ichatam akuto bhayat yoginam nirnitam hare nam anukirtanam. Bhagavat. All yogis, munis unanimously decided for the age of Kali Yuga, for living entities, processes chanting holy name, Anukirtan, Sankirtan, Samyak Kirtan, together Kirtan. Chanting is so reading Bhagavatam means come to the conclusion of chanting.
So, Maharaj, reading Bhagavatam independently without chanting the holy names has no value, but when we read the Bhagavatam and then chant the holy names, that purifies the consciousness.
What is it again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Reading Bhagavatam independently is not purifying the consciousness. So,
Yes, that is
following
true.
the instructions of Bhagavatam, which is chanting the holy name, and that's the conclusion of Bhagavatam, that is purifying.
Yes,
Okay, thank you so
that's
much.
a good conclusion. Thank you, Magpe. Mag,
His name is Ish. Ish.
Magpe. Yes.
Yes, Preeti Mataji.
Huh?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. My
Yes,
question
Preeti.
is, can we chant while hearing?
Can we chant while hearing? No. You have to hear the holy name. You should hear the holy name, not hear Katha or Bhagavatam or TV or any other thing. You have to, while chanting, you have to hear the holy name. Any other question?
Yes, Hema Mataji.
Emma?
We'll try Maharaj if this time we are able to hear. Yes, Mataji. Hema Mataji, please unmute.
हरे कृष्णा गुरु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। मुझे आपसे बहुत दिनों से मन था कि आपसे बात करूं, और मैंने आप फर्स्ट टाइम ऑनलाइन बात हो रही है। मैंने मन ही मन आपको गुरुजी मान लिया था उस टाइम, बहुत टाइम से दीक्षा मुझे आपसे ही लेनी है, और आज मैं फर्स्ट टाइम आपको देख पा रही हूँ ऑनलाइन। मुझे इतनी खुशी हो रही है, तो वो जपा टॉक की वजह से मैं इनके साथ कनेक्ट हुई और फिर रोज जपा करने लग गई, और आज आपसे मिल पा रही हूँ ऑनलाइन। तो मुझे इतनी खुशी हो रही है, मैं अपनी खुशी नहीं बता सकती आपको आज। तो उसके लिए तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ये जपा टॉक के लिए। और क्योंकि मैंने मन से कई महीनों से आपको गुरुजी मान लिया था कि मुझे दीक्षा लेनी है, आपसे लेनी है। और मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मैं जपा करती हूँ, कभी कभार तो मेरी 20 हो जाती है, कभी कभार मेरी 16 हो जाती है, कभी कभार 2 पे हो जाती है, कभी 4 पे टिक जाती है, मतलब बीच बीच में स्पीड ब्रेकर आ जाते हैं। तो उनसे मैं डील कैसे करूं? और मेरी कंटिन्यूस 16 माला तो मेरी चले ही मिनिमम तो हो, और उससे ऊपर हो जाए तो वो तो भगवान की इच्छा है, और ज्यादा करवाना चाहे मुझसे, और मतलब 16 माला तो हो। तो मैं कैसे इन सब से डील करूं, प्लीज मुझे आप बताइए।
So rest of the people can call me, my number, because